Hello. Let's let everyone file in here. Didn't mean to wake everyone up. I just have to be completely unpredictable. Alright. So I just don't like doing this all by myself. We got yellow pin here. Actually, I don't want to use a yellow pin. I'm going to start with a red pin. Washington. Where did we go in Washington? We went to Seattle. Go to bed. You go to bed. There we go. I'm going to switch to a blue pin. And we went down from here, down to Oregon. And then right there on the state line, we went to Portland. I don't know if some of these other places I went, they don't look like they're on the map. I think that's Long Beach. I think that's Long Beach right there. Astoria, Long Beach. We're gonna put one just in this general area because I hung out in this area, and I went to Newport, but that's not on the map. Did I do anything in Tillamook? Did I go to Tillamook? I don't know. Yeah, I went out there to experience the Pacific Northwest, and this is just a very small chunk. There's a lot of Pacific Northwest to see. Need to go to Northern California at some time. And it would be fun to go back to Los Angeles. But I think the next thing that I really would like to do would be to go down to these states right here. Did I run into Nomadic Fanatic? Don't think so. Let's pull back here. And I'll just let you guys take a look at where I've been. Yeah, everyone kept talking about Tillamook cheese. That's right. So, yeah, as you can see, I've been a lot more places on the East Coast. If anyone sees, will I be back to the Hollywood Wax Museum? Which one? There's Hollywood Wax Museums everywhere. Why am I still up? Why not? Basically been anywhere. I've not been a lot of places. I think this is my biggest missing chunk right here. Is just this stuff, the western, the desert. And your rainbow pin for San Francisco. I've never been to San Francisco. I want to go to Arizona. Yes, I went to the Wax Museum in Newport. We will, don't tell anyone though. Trip home was fine. It's a long flight. Have I been to Chicago? Oh yeah, I've been to Chicago. Grew up about an hour from Chicago. William Brand said, does Carpetbagger have any meaning behind it? I get a lot of questions about that. The short version is, I'm from the North. I live in the South, and Carpetbagger is a derogatory term, a Civil War era derogatory term for people such as me. I've been to Gulf Shores, Alabama. Let's see. Nope. No, wait. No, I've been to Alabama, but not been to the Alabama coast. Do I actually own a carpet bag? No. I've been to Lower Alabama, as you can see. Have I been to Colorado? Let's check. One of these square states is Colorado, right? Let me see. Which one? Colorado, home of the Swedes. Yep. I've not been there. Yeah, I guess I picked the name just because it's a little different. Have I been to Las Vegas? Let's find out. Yes, we have been to Las Vegas. Have I been to Wall Drug? Let's find out. Yeah, Wall's not on the map, but I've been to Wall Drug. I think it's right around here. Everyone's always trying to get me to come back to Ohio. Let's see where I've been in Ohio. Been to, what's this? Cincinnati. What does that even say? Marion and Cleveland. Yeah, I do want to go to where the four states meet. Let me see, where is it? Right there. Do I fly to all my destinations? Okay, let's just start here. From here, and then down, and then here, that's all been driving. That's been driving. That's the drive line. Yeah, I flew to, okay, actually, the drive line is right here. I flew to Minnesota and those, but I did drive out to Texas. Although I did fly out to San Antonio. So, that's the drive line right there. That's what I've driven to. And then anything past that, I've flown. Andy Griffith is from Mount Airy. Live near the basket. How's the basket doing? Is it still closed? Any plans to go to Point Lookout, Maryland? Let's see. What have we done in Maryland? Been to Baltimore, Maryland, where I hung out in dirty, needle-infested buildings with Dan Bell. Have I ever danced with the devil in the pale moonlight? Yes. Yep, I have Vegas. New York. Yep. How many states have I visited? Let me just hit which ones I've not visited. Over here, Vermont, New Hampshire, which I obviously drove through, but I didn't stop, so I'm not going to count that. And then, apparently I've not done anything in Connecticut yet. So, let's go over here. I think I've technically been to Kansas, but I haven't done anything there, so we won't count that. I haven't been to North Dakota, and I haven't been to any of these. So I got those to get to, and then Alaska and Hawaii I've never been to. I've been to Cancun, Mexico. What's that over here somewhere? Yeah, South Dakota is epic. Hear about the old man who buried 45 school buses and uses them as a bunker. He lets people visit. Where is that at? That sounds amazing. Eisenhower Museum? Where's that at? Grantley Hughes actually got Cheerwine to Australia. I'm so happy to hear that. What's DFN, Christy? DFW, I'm sorry. Dallas Fort Worth? Is that what DFW is? Working at Cheerwine for a year? Yeah, let me see. Yeah, I've been to the Dallas Fort Worth airport a handful of times, but I've never been out and about. Yeah, Dallas. Let me see. Can I drive to Dallas? How far? Yeah, I was looking for like food and stuff to try in the Pacific Northwest. Had some salmon, had some oysters, had some really good clam chowder. What's my favorite state? Maybe this one? Maybe that one. How much do I think a trip out to California costs? It depends. A plane ticket, probably $400, maybe. And then I have a friend I can crash with that lives in California, so. Will I go back to the Museum of Bizarre? Anytime in Wilmington, I would go back there. It's truly an awesome place. Not been to Colonial Williamsburg. What do I like about North Carolina? It's pretty. Weather's good. I have wanted to come to the Gasparilla Parade. Big Red, thank you, very generous. And asking, are the dotted lines railroads? I do think, if you can see, I do think those are railroads. What's the best burgers I've ever eaten? I think it's Ray's Hellburger in Washington, D.C. It's around here somewhere, yeah. James asked about California trip. I think it's about $400 for a plane ticket, and then I have someone to crash with there. Battleship in Wilmington. I definitely want to go back there and check out the Battleship. I may have a connection where I may be able to get a private tour, which would be really cool. I know! I can't believe I missed the Diner Monkey. Who has the best barbecue? Let's see. Who has the best barbecue? We're going, of course, to the south, because that's where the best barbecue is. And we're going to go with... Everyone say who you think has the best barbecue. Oh, we got a Memphis. Anyone else? Anyone else? Anyone else? Anyone else? One vote for Memphis. Any other votes? North Carolina, Nashville, Eastern Style, St. Louis, Memphis. Now, and I don't think anyone else has said this, but personally, I prefer South Carolina barbecue. My favorite barbecue restaurant is, can't believe I just blanked on it. It's pretty stupid when you can't remember. What is that? What is the name of that barbecue restaurant that's the best barbecue restaurant in the world? Sweatman's! Yes! Matty Nice, you nailed it. Sweatman's. Sweatman's is my favorite barbecue restaurant. Now, if you're talking about the best beef brisket would be in, what is the town? I forget the town name, but it was at the Texas Chainsaw Massacre gas station. Unfortunately, the brisket maker has become deceased, so no more of the world's best brisket in Texas. Now, if you're talking about ribs, I say you go to Asheville, North Carolina, 12 Bones, the absolute best barbecued ribs you will ever have in your life. And I promise that. But as far as like what, when some people say barbecue in the South, it generally means pulled pork. So I like my favorite pulled pork centric restaurant is Sweatman's in South Carolina. Mississippi soul food. Chinese ribs. I'm talking about barbecued ribs. Not necessarily talking about, other types. But best barbecued ribs in the world. I have had Five Guys. I'm a fan of Five Guys, but I like Ray's Hellburger better. Best Choco Tacos. What? In Oregon, barbecue means anything you put on the grill. Yeah, like when I grew up, if you said barbecue, a barbecue is almost like an event. Growing up in the Midwest, a barbecue is like you invite your neighbors over, you cook some burgers. I'm having a barbecue. But in the South, barbecue is not an event. It is a physical object. Oregonians aren't too picky. I had some fish and chips in Seattle, and it was they actually used salmon as the fish, which I've never had before, and that was really good. And I had some salmon chowder that was very good as well. What got me started doing this? I just love traveling. I never decided I was going to do it. I just did it as much as I could, and the channel has allowed me to travel more. Have I even shown myself in this video yet? Hey guys. Yes, Dan the Welber Man. I had Ivar's Salmon Fish and Chips. That's where we ate at. When after the meetup, people that were still around, we all went to Ivar's and watched the ferry that goes across the harbor there in Seattle. Let me see if you can see the harbor. Thank you, Elizabeth Rickard. Very generous. You ask, how far in the Appalachians have I been? Well, I live in the Appalachians, so I live here. I've been here. I've been through Virginia, been up through Maryland. But then when I was in Pennsylvania, we went over to Gettysburg. So I don't think I've been through the upper, the non-southern Appalachian. Isn't that what's called the Catskills? Ever eaten a Cuban sandwich before? Yes, I've eaten Cuban sandwiches. I had a good one down in Homestead, Florida. Where can you find a cool 3D map like mine? I found this at Goodwill. So I got lucky. Melissa says, never heard of Moldoramas. You guys want to look at my Moldoramas? In this rack, I keep some of my favorites. Who has the best pizza? Now, I'm not the biggest pizza guy. My wife's more of a pizza enthusiast. But one of my favorite places is Vinnie Van Gogo's in Savannah, Georgia. Did a live stream there with Adam. Adam agrees that it's one of the best pizza restaurants, and my wife thinks it's the best pizza place in the country. So You know, a lot of people. Let's take a look over here. I don't have any pugs, thank you. That's from my very first meetup. Happy Halloween. Fly sucks. Did you guys see my fly sucks right here under Moby Duck? I've never been to Alaska. Two taxidermy crows. That's amazing. I think those are not easy to find. I think for some reason you're not allowed to taxidermy crows. Yeah. This is one of the classic Moldoramas. They have this at a lot of zoos. Swedes mentioned it. The See No Evil, Hear No Evil, Speak No Evil Moldorama. This van is from Third Man Records. This was sent to me. This is from the Third Man Records in Detroit. And then this is the Third Man Records in Nashville. This one always gets really dusty. Let me see, we got Mickey Mouse. We got someone asked about the jackalope. And this is special to me. This was sent, went to San Antonio. And this was actually, the machine was broken when I went there. So a little boy went and got it made for me and sent it to me. It was so sweet. Dan the Man Plays asked if I've been to Vicksburg, Mississippi. I have. That's where they have the bullet that impregnated a woman. Look up that video. It's weird. There's some cool Moldoramas. This is a alligator wrestler. This is a Wikiwachi diver on the back of a seahorse. Then we have the Wienermobile. The Wienermobile 1952 Wienermobile from the Henry Ford Museum. This is the Sears Tower, which I actually got at the Sears Tower. Did you guys know that the Sears Tower was designed, the look of the Twin Towers was designed after a pack of cigarettes, like the old ones where they came out like the little hole, and how they're all like different lengths. Doesn't quite fit right. Let me block this idiot right here. Oh, Ryan says it's called the Willis Tower. I refuse to call it the Willis Tower. Let's see what we got down here. Yeah, it really is supposed to look like cigarettes. There we go. Block that idiot. That is the first light bulb. I think that was also from the Henry Ford Museum. That is a model of WonderWorks from the WonderWorks in Pigeon Forge, Tennessee. Do I like Star Wars? Yeah, I like Star Wars. Am I glad to be back home? Yeah, I'm glad to be back home. Are my fish still alive? Yeah, my fish still alive. Hey, it's Roland Orzaballs. Says, hope all is well with the carpetbagger. Glad you're a nice trip to Seattle. Great videos. Thank you. Thank you very much. And then, let's see. This is Henry Ford himself. So, as you see, there's a lot of great Moldoramas from the Henry Ford Museum. Yeah, we are expecting snow tomorrow, so I might end up getting snowed in. I'm supposed to work but it may be an emergencies only situation. Did I go to the Wonderworks in Myrtle? I've never paid to go inside Wonderworks. I've been in the lobby of the one in Pigeon Forge. This butterfly is pretty cool. Someone sent this to me. I'm trying to remember. Oh, I think it's from, let me see. From Moby. Forget what that stands for. That's going to bother me. I've been to Kings Island in Cincinnati. When I was a kid, I went to Kings Island. Yeah, Wonderworks is the upside down place. This is like the classic Moldorama. This is like the classic zoo Moldorama. Ryan, I think Florida doesn't have any muffler men because of the wind. I don't think they can keep them standing up. I can't think of any muffler men. I always loved the waving gorilla. There's old Abe Lincoln right there. Story about the bullet. Is it real? You know, it's one of those things where you don't ask questions. You don't ask questions. You don't ask, is this real? I need some wrestling figures. Let me see. I got my 3D copy of Jinx the Robot. With the corn cob I won at the county fair. Got a Hodag. Got a possum skull. This possum died of natural causes. I actually knew the possum when he was alive. This alligator probably did not die of natural causes. Seattle's a racist city, no feeding the pigeons. Wait a minute, who are you, y'all? You were obviously at my meetup. There's Tookie, my fox squirrel. Sweets, if you make a Moldorama yourself, I'll put it in here. And there is my armadillo. Chuck the armadillo. Will I be videoing with that on the Woo? I'm sure I will before, we will. There's the Brasstown possum. The shot glass from Babyland General. I thought it was funny that they had a shot glass at a place where a magic tree gives birth to babies. And then this is a collector's item. This is literally bought from the Los Angeles coroners. Apparently they were selling these shot glasses, and apparently some people thought that it was distasteful to have anything related to alcohol in the gift shop of the coroner. So they claim that these are toothpick holders. Actually, it says don't drink and drive right in the back. Here we got a Confederate soldier. First rule of Carpetbagger Club, nobody talks about David Hughes. That's some of the Fountain of Youth water. It's evaporating. I've had this for a long time. The lid has remained sealed. I don't know where this water is going. Here's a voodoo doll. I won't mention whose hair is in there. And here is my snow globe collection. I think this is my favorite. David versus Goliath. Yeah, Grantley Hughes is not related to David Hughes. Roland says, enjoy the horror movie prop. Yeah, I was like, that. I could not believe how many, movie items they had there. Yeah, that alien costume was crazy. It looks like it would just suffocate you. This one's weird. I've never been to Boston, but it's a panda and a rainbow. I need to refill these. They're all half empty. This is a rare one. It's Gold Mountain. Oh, look at that scum in there. That's so gross. That's the Hunley. I could definitely come back to the Pacific Northwest. There's so much I haven't seen. 5 days was not enough. Oh, no, this is actually my favorite right here. This is a alligator, and for some reason his belly snows. Yeah, seeing the Muppets is cool. But if you really want to see the Muppets, you need to go to the Museum of Puppetry in Atlanta. Drop of rubbing alcohol. That's actually a pretty good idea. Although with that, I don't know if that would damage the plastic. I don't know. Mount St. Helens. I drove pretty close to Mount St. Helens, but it was so foggy I couldn't see it. Sharks in a jar. Any more adventures with Adam the Woo? You know, we're always, I think, you know, I'm always up for hanging out with him. He seems he's always up for hanging out with me, if we can just be in the same area at the same time. But there's no immediate plans. But oh yeah, I didn't do my rosebud. Yeah, I'm not in the mood to do rosebud tonight. Yeah, I don't think I've shown this in a while. It's my 3D. That's my Moldorama of me. The 3D printed Moldorama of the carpetbagger. Look at the side chops. Gotta love it. And remember, Bill Miller's. People ask about the best barbecue. Here's the worst barbecue. Bill Miller's. Whoa, that's close. Sorry. All right. I think we're going to put this one in the bag for tonight. I'm going to try to get a little bit of sleep. See you guys later.